Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Elm Creek. Quite what caused it, I don't know. Whether or not the person who made my recording software will be able to patch something out on that, I have no idea. I've got a workaround on it that I can use, and it seems to be okay. It's not brilliant, and I know that you do get some lag when you're watching my videos, but as far as I know, it's not like tremendous amounts of lag. It's only like very small amounts here and there, and compared to what it originally started out at, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, when I say pretty good, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm amazed it was ever able to do anything at all. So, I do have that slight issue, but that's more to do with compatibility between the different programs that I want to run. And not quite so much to do with anything else. Now, there is another workaround that I could use in order to bypass this whole lag issue, which I may end up having to do. But instead of me finishing the week with about 500 gigabytes of recorded footage, I'll be finishing up the week with about 2.5 terabytes of recorded footage, because the version of the recording software, it's not the recording software version, it's the version of, it's the video format that it records into. If I use a different video format, I can end up with less lag. There was a bit of a lag spike there, but that was from the game. If I use a different format, I end up with much bigger video files. And so instead of it being sort of 400 to 500 gigabytes of video data at the end of the week, it's about 2.5 terabytes, which is utterly obscene and very, very difficult for me to work with. It makes it take about 5 times longer to do the editing bit, which is why I want to avoid doing that, because I don't like editing for a start, and also it can result in the end quality not being as good anyway. You won't get the little lag spikes, but the end quality can still be impaired because of the sheer volume of data that the video the editing program has then got to deal with and render. And so, yeah, there's pros and cons right across the board. But that's the only issue I've had with the game. And it's not even really the game itself. It's an unrelated something to do with something else that's not the game. Anyway, that was me just rabbiting on while I went and did a little bit of spraying. We've got 44 and 48 that we need to do a second coat of fertilizer on. We've rolled everything now. Needs ploughing is field 44, but we can't really do anything about that because we've now planted it. Mulched, well, we know that we've got the mulching done. I don't know why it's showing up, though. Like, that's weird that it shows up, covering everything else. Stones, we've got no stones left. This I like. I'm pleased with this. Weeds, we had weeds in there, but we sprayed them off with herbicide, so that's gone. We just need a growth stage now to go and put a bit more fertilizer on field 44 and 48. So I'm just going to stop that one right there, and we are going to go now and sleep. Finally, at long last. And the rain should stop later tonight, and then May the 1st, right there. May the 1st be with you. I think it's actually May the 4th be with you, but there we go. We will not have rain. So we go to sleep right now, and in theory, there should be no rain. And this is something that I really like. Let's go on up here. 8 AM. I had a few vehicle leasing costs come up, and they cost us. So this is sorghum right in here. I've never seen sorghum growing, ever. I wouldn't know what it looked like at all. Don't know anything about it. So we've got sorghum growing there. It's the 1st of May right now. We've got over on the honey pallet, we have 275 litres of honey on there at the moment. And this field right here is, we've got small weeds. So we can take this out with a weeder, or we can go and spray the herbicide on it. This is growing, we've got soybeans in here. And then if we run over... Let's go across the bridge in proper fashion, shall we? Like civilized human beings. There we go. Out over this side, we've got oats here. We've also got weeds growing in the field. We've got a plus 68% yield bonus because we've gone and rolled it. There's no stones, anything like that. This one here, we've got a yield bonus of 90%. That's with the fertilizer and the lime. I don't think there's anything else you can do to get a higher yield bonus than that. Oh, the weeds. We remove the weeds, and then that should help us out with that little bit. But the lime... There needs ploughing. There's no needs ploughing in that bit. That one was ploughed. There shouldn't be any needs ploughing in there. It's just those two. Cover that back up again. So we've got the weed again. We need to spray herbicide on all 4 fields. And we can also spray fertilizer on these 2 fields, which we will do first. So we're going to have to do a little bit of spraying. This is going to be... I'll do this manually. We'll unfold this one. So it's this field right here, and then the little field over there. That's all of it then for the spraying. For fertilizer, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah, field 48 and field 44. Those 3 have already got 2 layers of fertilizer. So we'll just do this one first. And then, once we've done this, we can go and take the fertilizer out of the tank, and we go and get the herbicide, and we'll put that in. And then, once we've done that, we then have to go and spray all of the fields with herbicide. Well, not all of them. There's one field that we don't need to, but the other 4 we will need to. The one that we planted first, which I think is the barley field, we don't actually need to go and spray that one with herbicide, because we've already done that one. All the way up there like that, and go around here like this. I know you shouldn't really go all the way out like that because I'm spraying right out over the edges, but I don't like to leave bits. It really bugs me that you end up leaving bits. I don't like that at all. I'm going to press number 9 here, and... Oh, the circle one is the one that, like, changes round with you as you go. And then the square one, that keeps it north-south, east-west configuration. I was hoping for a circle one that would do that kind of configuration thing, but apparently we don't get that. Oh. Right, now, I can't actually see on the ground where I've done spraying, so I'm going to let the hired help just do this last little bit. The herbicide should be a lot easier to see what we're doing. I can't go and change tractors, though. Right, did you miss a bit? No, you didn't. Alright, that one's all done. Let me just... Yeah, that's close enough. Right. There's a little tiny bit there somewhere that wasn't quite done, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to leave that as it is. So we've got 373 litres left. That should be enough to go and do this last little field over here. We can then take the last remaining little bit of fertilizer that is left in the tank. We'll pop that out, and we'll get a new... We'll fill back up. We've got that herbicide over there. And we've also got the small herbicide bonus tank sitting on the ground. I don't think we actually need to go and get that one. That's inside the shed at the moment. I don't think we need to worry about it. Right. Let's go. Spray this one. The saying that I think is absolutely wonderful that we've got this new ability to reduce the amount of spray that we use up, and then I didn't bother using it in the fields last time, so let's use it here, shall we? The only thing that I don't like about it is that it does both sides at once, and so I can't really do it because I'd have to stick out so far that stone picker would be right in the way. So it's a shame that the spray control doesn't let you just disable one side of it. That would be a lot better. That would be a lot more useful, I feel. But this is how it is, so we'll just kind of learn to live with it. So let's just fold this one back up again. And then we can go over here and we'll try and put the fertilizer down here somewhere. Right, so if I go there, wrong side, but never mind. That can go there, and then I go over here and we'll load up this bit of herbicide right here. We need to do that field there, then we need to do that field, and we need to do the 2 fields over there, which is a little bit time consuming. We haven't actually got anything else that we need to do before we get to the harvest. The harvest is going to be the next thing. We've got our combine sat there on the sidelines, ready and raring to go. Unfold this again. Love the noise. I love all the clicks and clunks and bangs and stuff that we're getting from the noise. It's like they've put so much work into actually making it sound realistic with all of the different movements of the machines and everything. It's brilliant. The sound quality in this version of the game is so superior to anything that they have produced previously. I am really thoroughly impressed with what they have done this time round. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, if we look very carefully, you can see, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but the weeds are dying. I don't know if you can see them just turning brown ever so slightly. It's a bit difficult to see, but they are doing it. And this one here, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to reduce that one down. We'll do a partial width here. See if this works. Bring that down around there. I think partial width here is going to be fine, up through this bit. Should be. There, so we're not using the outside edges of the sprayer. I'm not using quite as much spray, and I'm hoping I am reaching every part of the field that we haven't yet reached. It's a bit difficult to see because of the bright colour of the young crop here. Is that kind of the really bright green? It does make it a bit harder to see what's going on. But it does seem to be working, which I like. Shut that one off. And then we'll open that all the way out like that. Right, so if we go back into here and we click on the weeds, that's now been killed off. We need to do field 44 next. The only way to get through there is to actually fold it all the way back up again, so we do at least get to listen to the clonks and the bangs. And it's these bits right here, when it's doing this last little bit. There. And... ah, it's brilliant! It is absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's so cool. Right. Let's come around this way. Let's listen to it again. Oh, that's so cool. Yes, I am easily amused. But that is very awesome. That is very, very awesome. We should be able to see the weeds being killed off a lot easier in this little field here. Yeah, look at that. You can really see them disappearing in this one. With this crop that we got. It won't show up as easy in the other two, because we got another field of sorghum over there. And the oats, I don't think it will show up as easy in that one either. We'll find out. Right. Let's spin around like that. And down to the end of the field. Stop and fold it back up again. I'm going to start up over here. Let's see if I can do the field kind of like as a great big single entity. Let's do that. I don't know what it's going to work. Alright, we'll start spraying like that. And the problem, I guess, with doing it as a big single entity is I still can't quite see where the weed finishes and starts, so it does still make it a little bit difficult. But I mean, I guess if I kind of like hold it like that, I should at least be able to see a little bit of where it's sort of green versus brown on the weeds. This one over here is definitely going to be a lot easier to see. Yeah, that's much easier to be able to see on the oat field here. It's a bit tedious doing this. We'll have to think of someone else for taking care of the weeds. I was wondering about, with this series, not actually keeping all of these things switched on for the duration of most of it. Like, we got the weeds here, so I might do like a couple of years with doing the weeds so that we see it, we see the spraying. You know, maybe get a weeder going here somewhere, and we've dealt with weeds, and we deal with the lime, although the lime is periodic rather than all the time. But then we'll go into the options and we'll switch a whole load of this stuff off. So maybe we'll switch off the stones and the weeds and a load of other stuff, and then we can sort of focus on some of the other bits that we want to do in this series. So I'm 99% sure that I actually said that we were going to do pigs in this one. I was wondering, I think, about I'm sure I said this. I'm sure this was one of the things that I was actually seriously considering, was trying to do the pigs, feeding them feed that we buy in. So we buy in the feed to keep the pigs alive, rather than doing it any other way. If I didn't say that, I feel I should have done, because I think that's going to be quite an interesting thing to try and do. Right, how far do we need to go? I think the sprayer is sort of going this way. I can see clearly where I've been over on this other field. I just can't quite see clearly where I've been in the sorghum because of how bright it is. It's a very bright green. Those young plants are a very bright green compared to the young plants on some of these other crops. It is a complaint that some people have had about this version of the game, is that the colours are a lot brighter. Conversely, though, when FS19 came out, the biggest complaint I heard about colours were that they were washed out and they weren't bright enough. So it would appear that Giants can't win on that front. You're going to get people complaining the colours are too bright, or you're going to get people complaining that the colours aren't bright enough. And I do definitely remember there was a lot of complaints about the colours in FS19. It's all washed out, it doesn't look right. And now people are saying that FS19 is realistic, and these colours are too bright and they don't look right. What do you want? What do you want, people? What do you want them to do? There isn't really a lot else they can do. Like, they've given you everything you asked for. Anyway, we have done 2 layers of fertilizer on all of these. We've rolled, we've done lime, we've mulched. What options do we have that we can actually turn? Look at this. This is the stones on here. It's really weird. It's like stars everywhere. We want to click on, I think it's that one. Interactive input. No, it's not that. There we go. Right. So you got your seasonal growth. We'll keep that. Days per month is 2 days. We're going to keep that. The economic difficulty is on easy. We'll keep that. Snow is on. Yes. Crop destruction and turn that off. Periodic ploughing. We'll keep that one on. Whether or not... and I think it's now every 3rd crop again. Field stones. I'll leave that up to you whether or not we get rid of stones eventually in the fields. Lime, we can turn off the requirement for that. And weeds, we can turn off the requirement. Personally, I would like to get rid of, later on after we've done a few rounds of crops, get rid of the weeds requirements. The weeds just generally annoy me quite a bit, and you seem to spend an awful lot of time dealing with the weeds. And once you've done that, you know what they're like, and you don't really need to do a whole lot more to weeds to be able to do anything. So, for me, personally, I'd get rid of the weeds, but I would leave the rest of it. That's what I would do. But that's me. I don't know what you lot want to do. So, get in the comment section and tell me about that one. What would you rather I went and did? You must have some preferences on here. Now, why have I not got any of these up? We've only got 287 litres of lettuce so far. Has come out. Mind you, it's only been an overnight. And then this one over here is... We've got 2 lots of strawberries. So strawberries are doing well. Are these the big greenhouses? Or did I get medium greenhouse? I can't remember now. Which greenhouses did I get? We want production. We want greenhouses. No, I got the big greenhouses. See, it's the big ones there. So I did get the bigger greenhouses. I don't have the money to buy another one. We will do, and then we'll have one of each up through here. It's just the lettuce takes a while to accumulate. Alright. I don't think there is anything else we need to do for the month of May. We do have the Sleep Anywhere mod, which means that I can just left shift and Z to sleep. And I'll sleep until tomorrow. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to spend the entire day in bed watching films. And the evening as well. And then get a good night's sleep. And we will wake up bright, early, refreshed at 8 a.m. I know that 8 a.m. is not necessarily bright and early for some of you. But I woke up. That's the important thing, right? That's the important thing to remember here, is that I did actually wake up. And over here, we now have 400 litres of honey. So we've got some honey ready to go and take and do stuff with. And then over at the greenhouses over that side, I can see 1 pallet of lettuce. And there's at least 4 or 5 pallets of strawberries that we'll be able to go and take and sell. There's still nothing else that we want to do here. When do we harvest our crops? Let's have a look. We go to this one. Barley. We actually barley should be ready to harvest tomorrow. So let's sleep again. We do left shift and Z like that, and I will sleep. So there's nothing I need to do today. We're going to be in debt by the time we wake up in the morning because of the leased machinery. Called it. Minus 997, we are in debt, which means that we are not able to use hired help for anything whatsoever. We are now into the next month, so we've got an 83% yield bonus here. Why is it only 83? Oh, because we've got needs ploughing on there. Let's just get rid of that screen up there. If we go up here, we got rid of the weeds. We've done 2 lots of... See, you can see the sorghum now. We've got the head of the crop growing up on this. We got a 100% yield bonus. So 100% yield bonus is maximum. Barley over here is now ready to harvest. We can start cutting that, which means that we can sell barley. That only had a 65% yield bonus. It needs lime, needs ploughing, needs rolling. Whereas if I go onto this one, it's 100% yield bonus. It doesn't actually give you any information about things that it needs, because it doesn't need anything. Everything is tickety-boo just as it is. Production a minute, just while I'm looking at that water tanker. We've got 11,000 litres of water into that greenhouse, and this one's got 4,500. So we have got some stuff here, some stuff in the greenhouses. They're fine. This one here, which is sorghum, this is 100%. We've got nothing that we need to do to this field in order to improve yield. And this one over here, the oats, again, 100%. So there's nothing that we need to do in this field either. So those fields are actually doing really well. If we take a look at the weather forecast, it's a beautiful sunny day all day today. And then we go on to midnight, early morning tomorrow, cloudy. So it's cloudy with a bit of sunshine tomorrow. July is looking even better. If we go and have a look in here, if we wait one more month until July, we can still be harvesting the barley in July, but then we'll also have the oats available to start harvesting. We can start working on that. Sorghum's down here. You can't harvest sorghum until August. But I think if we wait until July, so if we wait another month, we'll be able to harvest that barley up there, and we'll also have the oats in that field down there that we can go and harvest. Then soybeans, they're not until October, which is after the sorghum. So the soybeans is the little tiny field. That's the very last one to go and do. So I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to sleep through the whole of June, because we're very tired like that. If I don't pick up the honey, it shouldn't make any difference. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to pick up the honey. Just because I feel like it would probably be a better thing to do. So I'm just going to bring that one back over there, like that. I'm going to lower that down. And leave that one there. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to go and get our little trailer that we've got. Now, I've got 2 very small pallets on there that aren't actually doing anything. And the pallets look different now because of the update to the game. So those 2 pallets, they do look different. What I'm going to do with them is I'm going to bring them over here, and those 2 pallets are going to load them up last. So I'm going to put them here. Tip side left, I don't want that, so I'm going to change tip side to right, and then I'll do that, and I'll unload them there, so they can stay right where they are. Enable auto load 3. I shouldn't have anything that I can auto load at the moment, not from there. I don't know why it's saying enable auto load 1. Maybe it just stays there? I'm not really sure. So I'll pick up this honey pallet. Like that. Put tension belts on. And then I'll just move back a little bit out of the way, like that. And now I'm going to speed the time up. You now have the ability to speed time up to 360 times. So you can really whiz through the day if you want to. Or you could just go straight to sleep at any point and not worry about it. So there we go. We've now got some more honey right there. It should be another full one. That is another full one. So I'll bring this one up here. Now, I don't need to take the straps off of this. I can simply press R and load it up. Then take the straps off and put them back on again. It's quite cool the way that you can do that. And I'll fast forward again until 10 o'clock so that we can see if we get another full pallet of honey or not. That's a part pallet right there. So we're not going to get anything else from that one. So we'll just slow the time down a little bit. I'm not going to put it down to 0, but it's also not whizzing past really fast. So I got these 2 pallets of honey. Now if I go over to our greenhouses and I go and collect the pallets that we've got here that have accumulated. And you can see there where I did the landscaping alterations. It's actually lowered it down quite a bit on this end. So that 1 pallet there is like lower down than the rest. Not that it really matters. It's not going to make any difference to us or anything that we do. But it's just there like that. Right, so then if I go like this, load those up. Should, after you've waited a while, drop down a few more. It may not necessarily drop down anymore because there may not be any strawberries in storage on this greenhouse. Doesn't actually look like there are any in storage there. And I can move on up here and I can go and get these lettuces. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.